my first time in Paris.
We are here to give her the best first time ever.
And we're gonna do all the touristy, iconic things to make sure that happens. And we've got some tips and tricks along the way.
Of course, let's go, let's go.
We're starting with breakfast, of course.
Hey everybody, we're already lost. We don't know where breakfast is.
Delicious crepes with a bunch of, oh, they're probably galettes, but with a bunch of French people out eating them yesterday. And that's what we're looking for.
But you know what we
was.
haven't done yet? Looked it up on maps. We're gonna find it. We're gonna find it ourselves.
We have found out that the place we were going is closed
On Mondays. So it's going so well.
We're starting our morning with breakfast, sitting at a cafe looking at the street, because that's what you do in Paris. And we are at a spot called Le Jus, very cute. And for breakfast, they call it Les Petits Jus, which is very cute. I got, both Emma and I got the croquemadain. And we all got like coffees. They got lattes, I got a cappuccino. And Fry got a waffle called what, Fry?
It's called, what's it called? Kardashian.
The Kardashian.
Kardashian. Which we love. Look at this thing. Show them your eggs too.
Yeah,
The eggs look so good.
I'm like drooling over Fry's eggs.
Yeah, we're gonna have to buy Fry's eggs.
I like also had eggs.
we do have a
so
gorgeous
good.
yolk.
Yeah.
They just look so good and fluffy.
Truly. This something about a lot of Paris spots is they'll typically clock if you speak English. We got handed the English menus as soon as we sat down.
I didn't even say anything.
No. But we've also been hitting them real fast with the parley anglais.
That's really all you need to know.
And bonjour. So it's Fry's first time in Paris. So today we're going to be doing a lot of the very basic things. We're not going to be getting like a deep, involved, like really locals experience of Paris. We are doing the classic Paris experience.
We're tourists and we want to be trapped.
Yep.
Yes.
And if you have, I like that. If you have one day in Paris and you want to do all the touristy things, this day is going to be pretty close to that. So I'm really excited. Emma and I have both been here before. And I did this day about a year ago with my fiance and my brother and his girlfriend. So I'm excited to do it with my girls.
I'm very excited. It's been a hot minute since I've done it, her first time. And then we have the expert, so lots of pet stuff. It's going to be a great combo of interactions and experiences.
My first time out of the country, not like completely ever. I've been on a cruise. I've been to the Bahamas, but
She's probably over it because every 5 minutes I'm going, what do you mean? What do you mean?
We've got some pretty cool
Also,
stuff lined
I
up
lost
tomorrow
my
morning.
fork
And we've
to
got a
the
very,
beach,
very, very,
so
very, very
I'm
full
eating all my
day
stuff
with a
with a
big
spoon.
finale. So
Yeah,
we're all
super excited.
Everybody eat your protein.
I don't want to see the comments.
Yeah, I knew as soon as you ordered that was why I got the eggs. All right, we have finished breakfast and we're en route to my personal favorite thing to do in Paris. Are you excited, Fry?
Yes, I'm so excited.
I'm so excited
Sorry.
too.
We.
Happy to be in Paris?
We.
So we are headed to Notre Dame, which has recently reopened after its fire. Last time I was here, it was not reopened yet.
Really?
Yes, so I haven't been inside Notre Dame since I was a teenager, and this is truly, so my favorite Disney movie is Hunchback of Notre Dame, and I think Notre Dame is one of the most beautiful buildings of all time, and I love Gothic architecture, and I love stained glass, and we're going to like the world hub of that. Emma literally wears a Notre Dame necklace from her grandmother, right?
Mimi's, and this is the stained glass window from Notre Dame.
Yeah,
I'm
so
excited.
big one for us. We are walking a lot today. We're also going to take the metro a bit for some of our longer travels. Notre Dame is quite far from the Eiffel Tower and the Arc de Triomphe, which are a couple of our goals today, of course. And so it is just best to be ready to take the metro. So we'll be doing a bit of that. But Paris, like many major European cities, extremely walkable, extremely trainable. So very easy to get around. Just be prepared to walk a lot. Wear comfy shoes. Emma literally changed her whole outfit today because she was scared her shoes weren't going to be comfy enough.
I really regret it, but
I don't think you will.
It was no.
You would have regret not doing it.
On the walk over this morning, I felt a twinge and thought, "Oh, thank goodness I did not wear those boots."
Yeah, we also, I mean, this is the first day that we're really all here together, so we have a week of Disney Park after this.
Which is what it hindered me.
Yes, but
in the best way.
I'm so excited. Now, when you're in the city center areas of Paris, you're never far from the Seine, which is the beautiful river that flows through Paris. I think this is so funny because they had the Olympics here last year, and they were like, they're gonna swim in the Seine, and they did, didn't they?
I saw the politicians get in the water.
Yeah, I think they did end up doing it for the Olympics, but it was a whole thing because everyone was like, the Seine is disgusting.
Yeah, we're not getting it.
But I think they did end up swimming in the Seine, which is very funny. But it's gorgeous. I mean, this is very like European city to me. It's like giant river through town. We did get up and going around. We left the hotel at 8:30 this morning. We did have to pack because we're moving hotels a couple of times during this trip, as is our way. But we had a beautiful hotel called Hotel Jeanne d'Arc in Le Marais, which is a neighborhood that comes very recommended for Paris because it is not the like primo capital T touristy area, but it's still kind of touristy. We loved it.
We did.
Absolutely loved Le Marais, absolutely loved Hotel Jeanne d'Arc. And you can see a little quick, speedy room tour from Emma and Fry here, and you'll see why we love the room so much. It was beautiful.
This is our full tour. This is where we're staying while we are in Paris for one night. We just wanted to show it off. We are obsessed with it. Okay, here is our first room. This is where, I guess, I don't know, Fry and I'll be here.
Okay.
Lots of closet space where we hide all of our stuff. Well, we absolutely are taking photos of this room.
Hair dryer.
Hair dryer, little snacks, little drinks. They also gave us bottles of water, which we've all downed. TV in here, more storage space, a little mini fridge, place to sit as needed. Restful area, very nice. Also, I do want to just like how pretty are the wooden beams. It's just very cute.
We are at the top of this hotel.
We are on the top floor. First set of windows, you'll see several of these. Very pretty rooftop views. I think lots of fun. And yes,
Two
lots
little
of
beds.
plug-ins, 2 little beds, 2 fans, which is sorely needed.
Yes.
So let's go on to the bathroom. Here's the bathroom. There are sliding doors in case you were worried about that. Sliding doors into the bathroom. Quite a bit of storage, really pretty tiled floors, a gorgeous large mirror. Plus, yes, here we are. Plus, an actually pretty big bathtub and shower. 2 windows in case you don't want the room to be foggy. A second full-length mirror right outside of the bathroom, which is so nice. And we were both pleasantly surprised when we found it. Finally, this is the big room, the large room. I would assume for mom and dad, whoever, if somebody else meets up with us on the trip, maybe. Stay in here.
Yeah.
There's
Another
also
TV.
another TV.
Love
Another
the
big
phone.
fan. Oh yeah, cutie.
Very
phone.
cutie phone.
Lots of places to plug your things in, which is very nice. Our final set of windows.
Oh man, there's so many. It's so
So
beautiful.
many windows, so pretty, so nice. A little hutch.
Also, need to shout out, they have this whole booklet where
Lots
they
of good recommendations in it.
tell you what's what. They give you maps, restaurants they recommend, all of this stuff, famous
good
tourist
info.
places, all of that. So that's great.
Very nice. And then a lot more storage up here. They also have a safe, extra blankets,
More
extra pillows. And then in here, I think they just have.
Quincy, what are you doing here?
I don't know that every room has that, but ours does. So there's our room.
So this is Notre Dame we're walking by right now. We're kind of at the back of what you recognize as the iconic structure. You got this Gothic spire here. Obviously one of the most famous examples of Gothic architecture in the world, the gargoyles. And if you look closely, you can see Quasimodo.
Way up there.
Way up there, he's kind of climbing around. But it is currently still under restoration and reconstruction work from the big fire. And actually, something that's been really cool while they've been doing this work is they've been keeping track of what's been going on. And last time I was here, they had an exhibit under the street where you could go down and learn about the reconstruction of Notre Dame and see pieces that they had lifted from inside of like the gargoyles up close. And we might see if that's still here because it was really, really cool.
Guys, I'm gonna say it. This reminds me of Disney World.
Oh,
We're about to wait in a long line.
that's so
country.
Potentially. And we're also already doing we'll give it X amount of minutes. And
And then we'll decide if we want to stay.
For some of the things we're doing today, we do have reservations, and I highly recommend looking up in advance what, recommendations are recommended for. We did not grab reservations for Notre Dame, and so we are in this long no reservations entry line. However, it is literally moving constantly. I think it is more about crowd flow than an actual wait. So I don't think we're gonna be stuck out here for very long. Also, not the worst place in the world to wait in a long line. Literally looking at Notre Dame. So we're headed inside. Without reservations, pretty easy. We do have reservations for some other stuff later that you probably want to plan in advance. In particular, we are headed to the Louvre, and I definitely recommend purchasing tickets in advance, mostly to avoid the ticket purchase lines at the Louvre, which are insane. And then also, we're thinking about going to the Musée d'Orsay to see Monet's water lilies, and that one was booked up for today. So that's one that we're going to try to do, see if there's a walk-in option for the main exhibit with water lilies. If there isn't, we'll have to strike it from the list. But that is one that if you want to see water lilies, if that's a big priority for you, go ahead and get those reservations in advance. I did that last year when I was here, and I got the reservation, and it worked great. Got to see water lilies. It was awesome. Okay, we just came back out of Notre Dame. It's generally very quiet in Notre Dame. This sort of quiet reflection, of course, folks are praying. It is still fully functioning as a church in many ways. You can go to confession. There are entire sections that are blocked off with no photo access, just for prayer. But absolutely one of the most gorgeous buildings in the world. What do you guys think of Notre Dame?
I love it so much.
So beautiful.
Yeah, truly makes us, I think, all three of us emotional.
Yeah, it's just truly one of the most beautiful buildings in the world. The architecture itself is gorgeous, and then you add the stained glass and all the incredible religious art that's throughout the entire building. It is truly incredible. It will be busy in there. It's one of the most popular tourist destinations in the world, but it's worth doing every time. Yeah, it's also a church, so it is free to do, which is great. And one of the most popular tourist destinations in the world is free, and just so beautiful and insanely amazing. So
You just really feel the history as you walk through it. It's hard to comprehend. So nice, so beautiful.
If we had more time today, I would spend like an hour plus in there just reading everything, but we have a lot to do.
Yeah.
So we just quickly kind of walked through, but it still felt the same emotionally.
it was incredible. We're deviating from the plan now because there's a bookstore that I went to, an English language bookstore here that's very famous that Emma would like to go to. It's 800 meters away or feet.
It's a 4-minute walk.
All right, so that's pretty fast. So we're going to do that. Also, little teaser for later, there's the top of the Eiffel Tower in the distance.
We're gonna see that?
We just got out of Shakespeare and Company. This is an English language historic bookstore right next to Notre Dame, very popular. We did have to wait in like a 5-10 minute wait.
But it went fast.
Yeah, and the line looked long, but it really wasn't bad. I had a couple people ask me, and I was like, just get in it. It's not that big of a deal. But we all got books. We could not film or take photos in there. So beautiful store.
Yes.
But I grabbed this notebook that says Shakespeare and Company on it from the actual store. And I grabbed this, which was made by the owner of the store, which is a book of interviews with famous authors.
I grabbed an Agatha Christie, and then there were none because I grabbed and just wanted something, and they put a stamp in them.
Yep.
Sorry.
They ask if you want it, and then you're covering it.
I'll pick that up. You have to show them that. Yeah. Here you go.
They'll stamp your book, so you can get any book, and then it's basically like a custom souvenir from here because they stamp it.
And then me, the non-reader, got 2 books.
Yeah, look at her go.
Will I read them? I don't know, but maybe y'all can hold me accountable. The first one I bought was The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Every time you see Fry after this, ask her what page she's on in this copy of Hunchback.
Keep me accountable, like you on your water bottle Instagram story. But I got this because even if it just sits on the shelf, I'm like, I can tell people I got this at the Shakespeare bookstore right after going to actual Notre Dame, so I think that is cool. The one that I actually probably will read is Taylor Swift by the Book, and it is like a little analysis of all of her little phrases and stuff from her songs, and I think it's really pretty, and I probably will read that one.
I love that so much.
Great stuff. Me too. All right, we've got a little bit of a journey here, so we are going to brave the metro for the first time. Let's do it. metro station. That does not work, just a pro tip. Some stations take you to different trains. So actually the station does work. It just wasn't quite the fastest, but it's not a big deal. So we are taking train number 4, Cat. You can buy tickets at these little terminals. You can typically buy like pick ticket packages. If you're going to be in Paris for a while, I think they offer a 7-day, which is probably the way to do it. But we're going to take per ride since we're really only traveling via metro today. This is something that's very easy to navigate in Google Maps, but you are going to have to do a lot of sign reading. And the metro is not the easiest subway system in the world. It's harder to navigate a bit than like New York's. I would say it's a bit easier than Japan's if you've been there. But it just can get a bit confusing. Google Maps is awesome for the metro. You can literally see, it'll tell you where to board. So we are at the station, so it told us where to board. Start at Cité, which said it on the sign upstairs was the station. Then it's telling us to board the Metro 4, which is the only train at the station. And it tells you when it departs at intervals. So it departs in 4 minutes and 8 minutes. Then we will exit train at this exit. There will be multiple exits. We are going to look for the sign that says Strasbourg Saint-Denis and exit there. And it tells us exactly which stops, because of course we have to wait through these stops and not get off and then get off at Strasbourg. If you do not see these stops pop up, you are going the wrong way. In some instances, the metro can go 2 different directions, and you'll notice that these directions that it's going, if you're not seeing these stops, you're on the wrong one, get off and go get on the train going the other way, then you will see these stops pop up. Then we are actually going to transfer to a different train, and then we will get off at our stop. Sitting down because she can't reach the bar. I couldn't reach the top. And there was a seat available. Subway train.
But this one is better for Fry.
She likes the older train. Well, they were shorter back then.
People get taller as time goes on.
2004. It's very windy up here, so we're not going to talk too much, but this is a free terrace. We literally just had to go up 1,000 escalators and some stairs. There was only 6, but it's 1,000. So many. But it's a free terrace with panoramic views of the Paris skyline, including the Eiffel Tower and tons of recognizable spots around Paris. So we're going to look around and not talk into the windy mic.
You're welcome. What was this place called?
Galerie Lafayette.
Okay, so
yeah.
it's basically a big mall with very fancy, luxurious brands.
Fancy mall.
But for free, you can go up to the top.
And see the cool glass dome.
Yes, it's very pretty inside.
We're not going in today, unfortunately, because it is beautiful, but we are right next to the Paris Opera House, famous from Phantom of the Opera. And if you're a Phantom of the Opera fan, the Phantom's box is in there. Box 5 is labeled for Le Fantôme d'Opéra, which is Phantom of the Opera. Or de l'Opera? I can't remember. I think it's de l'Opera.
All I know is I'm keeping my hand up here.
Le Fantôme de l'Opéra.
It's maybe. Do you know why?
No.
Because he like laughs us, kills you. If you keep your hand up.
Oh.
Keep your hand at the level of your eyes. All right, so we've made it to the Louvre. So this is the iconic Louvre pyramid that you see. We entered through a side entrance, which we highly recommend because the lines at the pyramid tend to be the longest. But yeah, so we're in the Louvre. Fry, are you excited?
Yeah.
So here's the thing about the Louvre. Very big, lots of exhibits. You could spend multiple days here. Lots of walking, wear comfortable shoes if you are going to spend a lot of time, even if you're not. We have 3 goals, and we're going to hit as many of them as we can based on the walking path. Specifically, that is see the Mona Lisa, of course, for Fry. We
just found out that the crown of thorns from Notre Dame is now here. We're gonna try to find that, and then I remembered, and I want to show them, the King Louis chambers that have all of their opulent furniture and stuff, and it's just like really wild. So we're gonna try to find those three things. And so for that, we're gonna get a map. As you can see, she's large. Also, this is a palace. It's the Palais de Louvre, which means all of these floors, they look like, oh, that's not that big. It's huge. It is so massive. So Mona's here at 7-Eleven. The convenience store.
7-Eleven, love it.
The Napoleon III apartments is what I was talking about. I kept saying King Louis. It's Napoleon III. So we're gonna go to 544 to try to see that at some point. People do talk a lot about how busy the Louvre is, and that's true. As you can see, it's very slammed all the time, particularly in the busiest room of the building, which is here for the Mona Lisa. If you want to get close, expect to be body to body with people for about 20 minutes as you slowly shift forward to see her. I know a lot of people are like, oh, she's so much smaller than I expected. Yes. Also, I think a lot of people talk about not getting the hype around the Mona Lisa, but when you see her in person, you kind of get it. Her face is like, it's a very incredible painting, and there's a reason it's legendary, but it doesn't translate as well in prints or when you see it online as it does in person, which is why it is such a crowded, popular thing. But yeah, we're gonna be in this big crowd of people to get as close as we can, and you of course you can walk up and see her at this distance overhead, but to get close and centered, it takes some time. The rest of the Louvre also not as crowded. If you go to other areas of the Louvre, you can breathe a bit. It's a little bit more like a normal popular museum. That's that Disneyland skills Emma's using right now. Next up is the Venus de Milo. She's not quite as popular as the Mona Lisa, but you'll still find crowds around her all the time. Incredible in person. They think she was sculpted in 30 to 330 BC. She's hard abs. No, she looks fantastic for her age.
Yeah, what's her ab routine? Okay, we've decided we've seen enough of the Louvre. We are going to move on to our next thing, but it is my first time here, so I do want to check out the gift shop. I will say there are a bunch of little cafes all around here if you're hungry, need a snack while you're here. But I might not get anything, but it is my first time. I do want to check out what kind of souvenirs they've got, just to see if anything catches my eye. And that's also something that you probably want to know as well, if this is going to be your first time coming to Paris. Monopoly!
Yeah, this is new too because they definitely did not have. Also, I'm dying.
I
because
love
it looks like
that.
one of the characters is a YouTuber.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Oh my gosh, you have to have it, Quincy.
I don't have my mic on, but I collect Clue games, and I have like 7 different sets of Clue. And I'm like, do I need this? Because literally one of the characters is a vlogger.
Yeah, that's so cool.
If you're already typing your comment, get ready to hit backspace. Because yes, we are going to McDonald's. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, why would you do that? You're in Paris of all places. We're here for a week. There's lots of amazing stuff we get to eat. And international McDonald's have different things that you've never seen before. And so that's something that I find really fun is McDonald's and Starbucks in particular. They're all over the world. And they have different things on the menu that they just don't have in the US. So we can try stranger things that we don't have stuff that we don't get access to, and see if there's any interesting ways that the French eat their McDonald's. And it's a very fun thing to do. It's something I love to, teriyaki chicken, something I love to do in different countries is try their McDonald's menu because it is always so different. They have a lot of the same, but like some stuff that's different. We don't have a veggie patty.
What's the 280 original?
Who knows?
Royale with cheese.
Mine is a chicken bacon onion.
CBO.
CBO.
That's all it said on the menu. CBO.
CBO, chicken bacon onion. It has chicken, bacon, crispy onions.
Oh, that's what CBO stands for.
Yeah. Look,
We
look
just
at
said
us.
that.
Look at us. Cheese. And what, did we know what the sauce was? What did it say on the menu when we were scrolling?
I don't think it's about the sauce.
There's a sauce on it that's very interesting.
Mayonnaise?
No, it's not mayonnaise. I can tell
The
you.
chip,
Is it
chip
the chip
fry
sauce?
sauce.
Fry sauce?
It's special fry sauce. So here's mine.
That's what we call. I mean, when a fry has a video that does good.
It just means
covered in fry
it just
sauce.
means she spit on my food. We'll cut that out, but
Too much fry sauce.
so and you got
I got the croque McDo. It is very small, so when we first got it, I was like, I'm gonna need another one, but it's delicious.
ham.
Ham, cheese, the breading.
It's super flat, which I love.
Oh, very, very delicious. But it's so small, I'm gonna need at least one more, if not two.
And I got petite snack wrap chicken. It's a ranch wrap, but little. And I think it's kind of the same as our regular snack wraps.
It's snack.
But it's called petite.
And there's some onions in it.
And there's crispy onions, which is a plus up from our snack wrap. I was thinking it might have the same sauce as yours, which is a mayo-based sauce, but not. I don't know if it's the same.
Just mayonnaise.
Yeah. And then my nature donut they were out of, so no nature donut.
Yeah. We also got the fondue fries. Lots of cheese over some thick cut fries and bacon. Bacon or ham on top. And Quincy got a special soda.
I did. I forgot about my soda. This is called Oasis.
Okay, McDonald's done. And also use the bathroom, which in Paris you have to pay for. Even in a food court, if you're in the touristy areas. In a restaurant, you probably don't have to pay for it. But in a food court, it was $1.50 per person. Right? And you know what? I'm a captive audience. I am going to pay that because I do have to go.
It also was clean.
Yeah, which is important. There are public restrooms in the street. You also have to pay for those. And they're like little pods that you like go in and then use, and then when someone comes out, it seals itself off and then does like a cleaning cycle before the next person comes in, which is very futuristic and weird. But yeah, just something to keep in mind is it's not easy to access a restroom at all times in Paris. And when you do, you might have to pay.
That is the Epcot ball.
That was good. That was good. I like that.
Thank you.
So these are the jardin, and yes, back in the olden days, these would have been the royal gardens for the palace. I try to say it in French and English.
I felt it, and
Because I was gonna say Palais du Royal, but then I just decided to say palace, and so I just went palace. But now, very like public, very famous parks here in Paris, very gorgeous. You can just kind of walk through. And it's also right along the Seine, which is to our left right now. But we are making our way through. There's gates in the way though. There's also some sculpture exhibits in the garden, like actual, like, you know, Louvre level sculpture in the garden. And you can come and take a look at that as you're walking around. Also, just to read Paris weather, it's a windy place and it's a wet place. So it tends to err on the cooler side. So like if it's 70 degrees in Paris, you might be a little chilly. Or if it's 70 degrees in Orlando, you'll probably want to sweat through everything you own. But summers in Paris are hot. Really, 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 really hot. In like a direct sunlight, very dry sort of way. Even last September when I was here, it was hot. Which is funny because this is also September and it's not hot. We're headed to Place de la Concorde, which is Paris's largest historic square. So long time sort of hub in the city center. And this one's known for the Luxor, which you can see right in front of us is that monument.
It's also known for some pretty famous fountains, which you can see if I glance around the square as well. But it's just very iconically Paris. Eiffel Tower is in view, as is the Arc de Triomphe, as is sometimes, if there's not a giant building and also the Olympic cauldron in the way, you can see the top of the Louvre.
Do you love it here?
I like that.
Oh, that sounds so good.
It's so
Oh my
good.
gosh.
I've never heard accordion this good.
Yeah.
I thought it was something playing over speakers.
I also thought it was the
Playing
speakers.
Soundtracks, but
He's just playing the accordion.
I knew accordions were supposed to be like sound like multiple instruments, but I've never heard one play something
Like that.
Like that.
I also, because I was recording, I was like, oh, we're gonna get hit with copyright. No, we're not. Wow, what a good shot.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you were filming that.
I'm glad I'm doing my job. We made it.
We did make it. I will say, if you want to get close, there are steps so you can go under the ground. I was on that time. There are steps so you can go under the ground and not cross the very busy street. So, you know, don't lose your life for a photo.
No, never.
Not worth it.
Not worth it, but pretty.
Okay, Fry, thoughts on being at the base of the Eiffel Tower?
It's very tall. From this angle,
It's very tall.
it's very tall from here. I don't know if it's tall, you know, in general.
I think it's pretty tall in general.
It didn't look very tall from the first point of view.
What do you think of the elevators?
You know what? I don't say that I'm afraid of heights, but I don't want to go up there.
Don't.
You can go up the Eiffel Tower. There's different pricing, I think, for the different heights that you can go to. Like, I think it costs more to go to the very, very top. But it does cost money to go up. I think I took the stairs up.
All the way up?
Yeah, and when I was like 15 in here, I think we all walked all the way up. Or not to the very top. We only went to the second.
Still very tall.
Yeah, it's still a lot of stairs. But yeah, so you can pay to go up. My personal take on seeing like high places, pretty views is that like it's cool, but I don't like spending a bunch of money to do it because I just think like, you know, going and experiencing. Plus the thing that's pretty about Eiffel Tower is the Eiffel Tower, and you cannot see that from going up in it. So it is cool if you want to look at the kind of inner workings of it, but you can also do that pretty well from the ground, looking at sort of the legs down here. But we're under it. That's the Eiffel Tower, baby. Hey, you guys, it's like we're in Paris. It's like you won Last to Leave and then did 100 days of everything in Disney World so we could all go to Paris together.
Are you guys like, do you like it, or do you wish I'd just come solo?
I don't know if it was worth 100 days.
Hey, I only did 2.
You only did 2 the whole time?
That's because every time I'm there, you schedule me for something else.
That's true.
But you did 99.
I did 99.
And 99 carried us to the finish.
I did 99 and 21 with you in Disney Springs.
If you don't know what we're talking about, the Everything in Disney World series is on the channel now. It is 100 videos doing literally everything in Disney World, and we mean it, everything. And episode 99 in particular is real killer.
Yeah, because they left a bunch of stuff at the end. They're like, oh, just go do it.
It was.
If you guys are new to the channel, episode 50 has some big stuff that happened.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
There's a lot of fun. And you can kind of go click through and we got a whole playlist. But that is how Emma won this trip originally in our Last to Leave competition and then opted to take that challenge on so that Fry and I could come with her to Paris. And that's how we all get to be here together.
Mermaids in Paris.
Mermaids in Paris. So the tower, we've now left the actual tower gardens, which you do have to go through security for and bag check, but it is still free to go under the tower like we did, and then you can go up inside. If you do want to go up, I recommend reserving in advance because, for instance, going all the way up to the top was sold out. But we are actually popping down to the side street. This is Rue de l'Université if you're here and you're looking for it. And it is just a stone side street where you actually get gorgeous views of the tower if you go a little bit further down the street, just like where all these folks are. Another thing to note, a lot of, I think one of the major questions for Americans traveling out of the country or to Paris for the first time is like safety and stuff like that and pickpocketing. You need to be aware of your bags in any major city. That is very true, particularly around tourist attractions and in really large crowds. Make sure you keep your bags close to you.
Where did you get pickpocketed?
pickpocketed?
Disney Springs is the only place I've ever been pickpocketed. And I have been all over the world and to New York like 10 times. The only place I've ever had something stolen out of my bag was Disney Springs.
So be smart.
So this applies really everywhere. Another thing about touristy cities is there are a lot of things that are scams. So if someone comes up to you offering you a taxi, offering you something like that, probably a scam if you can't verify it with like a counter with signage. Now sometimes people just have interesting hustles. Like we just got handed this, which is a photo they took of us and then printed on this cute little newspaper.
He said I can take a better one.
Yeah,
He said this is free,
he said this is free, but I can take a better picture, which we're not going to purchase. But that he's just got an interesting side hustle. He's not scamming, and we got this free, cool printout of
We were
it.
just taking photos of Fry.
It's literally us
And I think
laughing
it's
while we take
hilarious.
pictures of Fry.
Yeah, so fun. Cute.
Yeah.
If they
And
hand you a
this is
rose,
promoting his business. I don't know if you noticed that.
I did catch
It's in a professional event photographer. So like sometimes, but yeah, if someone just hands you something, wait until they say it's free before you put it in your hand. Because most of the time they will then ask you to pay for it once you've taken it. It's a big old tourist site scam. But we actually haven't run into a lot of that today. We've been in very touristy areas. We are headed to dinner. Now, obviously, we're going for some very classic Parisian food vibes for dinner. Which is a little tricky because we are near the Eiffel Tower and our finale is near here too. And as you might guess, this is the single most touristy area. This and the Louvre are probably about equal, but that means that restaurants are really high in price and not necessarily high in quality directly around here. So we are taking a few block walk away to something that's been recommended online as a still authentic little bistro that is in an area that has gotten a bit touristy. Obviously, a lot of these arrondissements in Paris have gotten very touristy. We're here. We're part of that reason.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna be honest. I want to be trapped. I said it this morning.
She did.
Sometimes I like a tourist trap.
Yeah.
Not all of them. I don't want to be scammed. But do I want to go see the Eiffel Tower? Yes, I
Yeah.
do.
Also, there's some things that are tourist traps and there's some things that are just super touristy. And like the Eiffel Tower is going to be super touristy. So we are headed a couple of blocks away to try to get out of the super touristy area and have a pretty good meal. Luckily, food in Paris, it's well known as a city of food. So it just tends to be pretty good. The bar is a little higher, even when you're kind of at a medium restaurant. You guys have been here a couple of days. Have you eaten anything bad?
No.
Yeah. And we had at literally just a restaurant that my Uber driver in Orlando recommended to us. The most incredible steak that I've had in a long time, including at very fancy restaurants. We've selected a spot called Le Petit Clair, which is, I believe this like area that we're in is called Claire. And I was reading online, which is where I found the recommendation for this, that a lot of the area has like gotten touristy, but this spot is still really good. And as we were walking in, a man walked by and said, "Bonsoir, good choice."
Yeah.
As we were walking in. Yeah, and so far it looks great. They just brought out the bread. Let's see if it has the crackle that you guys have been. No. Oh, little. Mine made a little noise.
No. It actually went.
They've been looking for the sound.
Yeah.
It's still good bread.
It's still really good bread.
It's just that Colette and Ratatouille lied.
We were just wanting to have our ratatouille moment. No
Yeah. We also all got different colors of wine. They're honestly texturally less challenging than clams or mussels. They're a little meatier than a clam or mussel. And the escargot themselves don't have a ton of flavor to them. It's more like butter or salt, oil, which is delicious. So our food's arrived. And then I got steaks. She got the skirt steak and I got the butcher's cut. And Fry got French onion soup. But here,
It's called onion soup.
We don't know if that's true.
was it French onion on the menu or just
I don't know. I just said French onion soup.
And he knew what she wanted.
I didn't
like
even
that.
look at the menu.
Wow, just assume they had it. One thing that I've learned on this trip to Paris is that the French know how to cook a steak.
Absolutely do.
Every time that a steak is put on my table, it is cooked to perfection. Beautiful cut of meat, trimmed perfectly, seared perfectly, and it comes with pepper sauce, which is my favorite, is pepper sauce with steak.
Or a really delicious like cream béarnaise sauce.
Yeah.
And it hits every time.
So you know what? I'll give it to the French. They are cooking steak on another level. We were at like random this has been at like random restaurants on random side streets. Like it's like, and both of the steaks I've had are like up there with the top steaks I've had in the last few years. So we're eating here, having a nice glass of wine with our meal, and then we are going to walk back over to the Seine for our big finale, which is something none of us have ever done before, and we're all very excited, curious, a little wary of. So it's gonna be a big finish. A very good dinner done. Emma's mapsing, that's why her back is to me.
Sorry, I was like...
And now we are headed to the big finale of our day, which we're all quite excited about. I like the shimmy fry.
That's a little fried sauce.
My hint is that Paris is the city of lights, and maybe we'll see some of them.
I see one.
Okay. Well, this isn't really what I meant by that. All right. The Eiffel Tower's all lit up. Now, if you want to see it sparkle, it's only 8:39, so we're not going to see it sparkle right now, and hopefully we're going to be able to see it sparkle at 9. We'll see. And if we don't see it at 9, we might see it at 10. Fry, are you enchanted again? This is also my first time seeing the Eiffel Tower up close at night. It looks so cool, lit up this close to it. I hope we see it sparkle too. It looks so good at night. This is, I was gonna say it might be equally good to do morning golden hour and evening golden hour. Evening's better because you'll still be in the area to see it at night. So, yeah, this is incredible. It's big finale.
That was a good way to start it. This is a second follow-up.
The right as we were getting on, it hit 9 and the tower lit up with its sparkles. There's somebody getting engaged with fireworks. Right over there, they're kissing. She said yes.
She said yes. Everybody, she said yes.
They said yes. We did get the drinks package for our sailing. How much was this, Emma?
This, for all three of us, was $100. It's a 1 hour experience, a $127, I think. It's a 1 hour experience. We also get wine, or there was a champagne package that was a little bit more, but
it's 2 things of wine, right?
I would have to double check that.
I think she said that, but it's we've heard mediocre wine, but I would be honest, for a touristy activity, an hour-long river cruise, and you get wine, and it was $127 for all of us.
I will also say, when I was reading through the itinerary, there were so many things that I stopped reading.
Yeah, because you pass so much. There's no guide or anything, but you just pass so much. You just look out the window. It's just beautiful. So, and you get to see the Eiffel Tower at night and cruise on the Seine. And the Star Big finale we've been so excited for all day.
Je parle des fois, tu ne m'entends pas. Comme un écho qui s'évapore dans l'univers. Sans retour, tu me laisses sans.
Highlight of the day, maybe?
So amazing.
Honestly, yes.
I was like, we were all skeptical because it's so touristy to do a river cruise on the Seine. It was awesome. And it was fairly priced.
Yeah, absolutely. For as long as it was, we got our little glass of wine with it. And the tour guide, we don't have a tour guide, but it was a guided tour in the sense that there was audio on the app that Quincy told us the whole time. And it was so fun.
We found out that this was a thing with signs on the boat and coming up, and 100% recommend it. I luckily brought my headphones and was able to just like spout the audio guide at them the whole time so we could actually see what was on the side of the river. Super cool way to see Paris. I think an absolute must do.
Yeah.
Maybe more must do than anything we've done except maybe go to the Louvre.
I think as far as the price, absolutely.
It would be my number one.
Think,
If you could only do one thing, I would tell you to do this.
I also think if you are in a rush, you want to see a ton of things, you want to learn a lot, but you don't want to pay for a personal tour,
see it all.
This is the best way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It was also just a really great way to end the night.
Yes.
I'm really glad we came in the evening. It wasn't hot. We got to see the tower sparkle twice. I'm a tower.
The tower.
Yep. I felt myself do it. It's the end of the night. But all that to be said, it was really great.
Incredible.
Again, we did have low expectations, but this was a really cool thing to kind of put a cherry on top of our day. What did you think as your first time in Paris?
My first time in Paris, I obviously loved it. It still doesn't feel real to me yet that I'm actually here. But I do think if you only have one day, this was the perfect way to do it. I felt like it was a good amount because now I'm like, I'm good with the city of Paris. I'm ready to go to Disneyland.
Which is what we are doing. If that sounds like it's your speed, we will have a lot more videos on the channel as well covering Disneyland Paris and riding all the rides like Phantom Manor, which is like Haunted Mansion but with cowboys.
So excited. So much fun. Great day.
Yeah, really incredible. Love this. Paris, good job.
We do a lot of cool content if you actually want to stick around. Theme parks, travel, all the in-between. We do it almost every day of the week too.
Yeah, we'd love for you to subscribe. We have a goal of reaching 500,000 subscribers, and we are in the home stretch. So we would love it if you could subscribe if you haven't already. And if you're still here, like this video. Because that also helps us out a ton.
And put
comment.
the secret code in the comments. Yes. And like we said, like and subscribe. We do this all the time. Why? Because we're serious about fun.
Yeah,
and that includes international
I
travel.
think we have to say goodbye in the French way. What's the best way?
I mean, au revoir.
Au revoir. All right.
Au revoir.
Je t'aime.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
J'adore. That's all I know.